Greetings Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or Vedic. Hit the subscribe, like the video, and please share. I hate saying that stuff, but I realize I have to say it because what other way is my channel going to grow? Alright, so right off the bat, we got, I don't even know where I want to start with you guys. So I got the Lover's Path Tarot, and I'm doing it just to call for a basic overview of the situation, and then I'm still going to use the Legacy deck that I usually use for the Cross in the Path. Right off the bat though, we got the Innocence card, which is the Fool, and we got the Queen of Arrows and the King of Arrows in reverse, which means he is on a hunt. So the Queen of Arrows is represented by Venus, and the King is represented by Adonis. And I think it's so funny that out of shuffling the entire deck of 78 cards, these three came out just like this. The Fool, New Beginning, Innocence in the middle, with Venus on one side and Adonis on the other. Now the story of Venus and Adonis is pretty interesting because she fell in love with him and he's a charming hunter and all he wants to do is hunt. He doesn't care about love, he just wants to hunt. He's like addicted to hunting, it's all he wants to do. And so through a bunch of different things, she like tries to get him to fall in love with her and he's like, no, I just want to hunt. And then his horse like sees another gorgeous horse, and so his horse like runs off so he can't go on his hunt. And so he then like, I don't know, is caught up in a situation with her, and eventually like they embrace, and after they embrace, you know, she's like, all right, you know, let's do this. And he's like, nope, I'm gonna go on my hunt. And then Venus has a vision and she's like, don't go on your hunt because like the boar is going to kill you. She has this vision that he's going to be killed by the boar. And what happens? Adonis is killed by the boar. So all a lesson there to say that men, even though, yes, a part of your manliness is going on the hunt and having the brotherhood, love is a crucial part of your sanity and humanness, being human on earth, what it means to incarnate in humanity. And I love this deck, the Lover's Path, because it really brings in the mythology. And mythology, you guys were all living out mythology still. Like, even though times are more modern, these times did happen, and we are still living out these myths in real time now. So the male nature here is not in his kingliness. He is retracted, he's pulled back. Scorpio, or whoever you're dealing with, or you might be the male. You might be the male and you might be like Venus. You might be going after someone and your lover is just like, or the person you're interested in is too busy working on their pentacles, they're working on hunting, they're working on their business. You know, take energy's fluid, whichever you are, take it with a grain of salt. But someone here is wanting to give the love, and Venus upright is all about having brilliance, wisdom, honesty, and being really tuned in. So this is a good space for whoever this energy is. Their love is coming from a pure space. If it was in reverse, then you know, then it's all about like betrayal and like using the dark feminine and being needy and codependent and all that jazz, and we do not have that here. So we have the Queen of Arrows. She is sharp, of great intellect, she knows her wisdom, she, you know, she knows what's up. And Adonis over here is just up in the clouds, ruling, and not really tapped in at all. He is being selfish and just all intellectually based in a way that isn't connected to his heart, so he's not connected to his heart, and he is being cold-hearted, actually. And then with the Fool card, we have the tale of Tamino and Pamina, probably saying that wrong, in his magic flute. And the story here is that Pamina, her mother was the Queen of the Night, and she was captured by this King Sarastros, probably butchering that, and Tamino was sent to go save her. And Tamino had all these girls like come up to him and be like, oh, Tamino, I want you. And he like didn't want any of them, he wasn't interested. And then the girls left, and then later the group of girls came back and they brought a photo of Pamina, and he instantly fell in love. He had never seen something so beautiful in his life. So it's kind of funny because the energy here is kind of like backwards. Like he was just like instantly like, that's my wife, that's my wife. You know, he's just like drawn in by her, just totally enraptured by her beauty. And then he finds out, you know, that she's captured by this horrible, you know, evil demon, the Sarastros. And then later he goes to the castle and he tries to go into the left and he can't go in, tries to go into the right, he can't go in. So he goes to the center and there's this wise old man, and the man is like, you know, Sarastros isn't malevolent, he's benevolent. He is a smart king, and you know, he's just, he sees that the gods have a way of doing things, and Zoroastros worked with Osiris and Isis and is deeply connected to them. So he has Pamina, and Tamino uses his magic flute to like basically make animals dance and like make the guards of the castle dance. And so like every time he plays the magic flute, it brings people into such a state of bliss and joy that they like can't help but just be happy and then be completely distracted from whatever their duty was. So his magic weapon is music, and he uses the weapon of music to just bring people into such a state of joy and bliss that he like goes through everything. So eventually he gets to Zoroastros, and Zoroastros says, all right, you have to go through a bunch of trials, and you have to face all these trials and tribulations, and you have to have a face-off with death before you can get to Pamina. And through one of these trials, he has to have a vow of silence. And so Pamina tries talking to him, and he doesn't talk to her because he's under oath with Zoroastros that he can't talk. And so she goes off and she tries to kill herself, and she wants to commit suicide because she feels rejected by him. And then later on, you know, she ends up not, though, and they do end up together. And they end off facing the rest of his trials and tribulations together. And he just plays the magic flute, and they make animals sing and dance, and the sun comes out. And we find out that it's actually the Queen of the Night, her mom, that actually is more of like the darker energy. And she's like banished. Her energy can't even like enter the castle's grounds. And Zoroastros actually initiates Pamina and Tamino through Isis and Osiris, and they actually initiate them in their love. So, okay, deep love story here. Deep love story here with a lot of trials and tribulations. So Scorpio, I feel like this love connection has had a lot of severs, ties to and fro. And it's funny because I feel like there's also been a push and a pull. There's a time when the feminine energy acts, you know, does a lot. And then there's a time when the masculine energy is sweet and does a lot. But right now, he's not. Right now, he's cold. His head's in the clouds. He's probably off hunting with his pack. But he better watch out because Venus is saying, if there's a boar, it's going to kill you. So... all right, Scorpio, we have forgiveness, which Virgo had. So you might be dealing with a Virgo or someone who has Virgo placements or someone who has Virgo in their sidereal, or there's, you know, like 17 different charts. So you don't know if someone has Virgo in their chart or not. They probably have it somewhere because we all have, you know, bits and pieces here and there. Point being here, though, is that this forgiveness runs deep within ourselves. We must deeply forgive ourselves and look within, which goes with your rune, which you guys got the nameless rune, the rune of word, the rune of Odin. Odin is the god of gods. There is no direction here. There's no alignment here. This is the rune of nothingness and total possibility all into one. This is the rune of the tree of Yggdrasil. This is the rune of as above, so below. This is the rune of endless possibility, and the rune that's showing you that the divine is working in this connection in a way that you cannot fathom. And the other thing with Pamina and Tamino is they weather all of these storms. I hate this because I'm like bending the edges of the card and I don't want to. They weather all of these storms. Oh my gosh, got it. All right, see, we have the fire and we have the water. So they're able to make it through crashing waves and through forest fires here. Their love is able to endure all of that. And they do that through the joy of music together. So Scorpio, you and your life partner might actually be called to make music together. I'm feeling for some of you guys, you're definitely musicians or singers, or your life partner is definitely something of the sort. I'm drawn to in Venus's card here that she has a little bird over here. So I do feel like there's going to be a messenger. We do see in the King of Arrows in Adonis's hand, he does have 2 flowers. And that's just 2 flowers. And he does have a ruby on his third eye. And he has a heart upside down. Oh, geez. An upside down heart on his arrow over here. Handsome man. But he's off hunting right now, so don't worry about his energy. Right now, you are just being called to go deep within. Deep within. So this is literally spend some time looking at yourself in the mirror, spend some time with yourself in meditation, shamanic journeying, going through a trance-like state, any sort of psychotherapy like this, dream work, really journaling about your dreams, or if you don't remember your dreams, then have like a slight meditation before you go to bed where you just say like, I want to remember my dreams, I command remembering my dreams until that happens. You could also work with crystals to help you remember your dreams. I really like working with sodalite to call in my higher self. Blue kyanite is great as well. For the stone of forgiveness, the mangano calcite and lepidolite, which is what I also told Virgo. Yes, forgiveness. So this forgiveness starts within yourself. So as you look deep within, you may see parts of yourself, because this rune is all about the parts of ourselves that we do not want to acknowledge, the parts of our shadow that we push away, the parts of our shadow that we are like, no, that's not me, that's them, or they pulled that out in me, they triggered me that way. Well, this could be like past life stuff, Scorpio. Like, you could have done that to them in a past life. You never know who you were to someone in a past life. So you just got to think about that. Like, they could have been, like, Adonis could have been Venus's slave in a past life or something. Or, you know, the tables were just turned in a different way. So, you know, we just, oh, lapis lazuli and pearl. I'm definitely being called to say this would be a great stone to work with, especially because we have Osiris and Isis in here, and lapis is a stone of the Egyptians. So we have, as above, so below, we have these roots go deep. We have a moon, a full moon, and a north star. So like you could be this north star right now, and the person could be kind of mysterious like a moon right now, but you're not being called to worry about them. But something might happen with them on the next full moon. So maybe between now and the next full moon, Scorpio, you're being called to just go within and really get into these waters and get into that steam and spend, I'm really hearing, for the rest of February. I meant to say January, but I guess it's February too. Ooh, it's going to be a long waiting period, perhaps there, Scorpio. There's a lot of work that the divine wants to bring into you. This is a full new beginning. Good fortune granted. Oof. Ooh. Ooh, I got chills. All right, so this union is protected. This rune is also all about protection, but it's protection through the nothingness. You can't create from nothingness. You simply allow. Spirit simply channels through. This isn't a rune about creating and having energy and all this fruition of creating. It's a rune of such emptiness that through the purity of the emptiness, my dog's being ridiculous right now, through the purity of that emptiness, everything just happens through. Like, the divine is doing things here that you cannot see, Scorpio, and you just have to be okay with that. You just have to be okay with that. Amethyst would be really powerful for you. Ooh, okay. Trolite, this is a new one. I am in love with this stone as I drop it. Trolite. So look up trolite. It's a pretty new stone. I started working with it whenever I do my shamanic journeys. It makes my dreams crazy. I remembered like 9 of my dreams the other night. I woke up and I felt like I wrote a book because of all the dreams. I usually always remember at least 3 dreams, but I mean, this was like super in-depth. It was a very powerful stone for my dream life. So trolite would be a great one for you guys. And again, we're being called to really go deep within, because something is happening here. Something is at play spiritually. Like, I'm hearing something's about to pop off. Something's about to pop off. Something's about to pop off. Either this relationship is about to pop off, you guys are about to be Tamino and Pamina, and you're about to be playing your magical flute in the sunshine, but you have to go. It's always darkest before dawn. It's always darkest before dawn is what I'm hearing, Scorpio. Good fortune. Magenta is going to be a great color for you, as is green. Working with malachite. Ooh, look, you have like little starfish from the ocean. And the transformation of malachite. Malachite is a powerful amplifier, so every time you're working with it, you want to be very mindful of the energy that you're running through your system, because you are only going to amplify that. Just as there are physical seasons upon the earth, Scorpio, the soul too goes through its seasons. So right now you're in this barren season of growing your roots, reaching the roots from the very bottom up. You're completely getting empty right now. So for my Scorpios who are going through a tough time, or are just feeling like things are stuck or stagnant, or just wondering why things are taken from you, it's because the divine is wanting you to get so totally empty that you are a pure vessel for truly channeling in music. You know, the best musical composers aren't people who learn technical. It's not about the technicalities. Like, the greatest composers of all time channeled that shit, like literally channeled it. And in all of like other cultures and stuff, if you look at more like tribes, like they can remember hours and hours of music because it's a state of allowance. It's an emptiness. It's a state of being so empty within that you're not attached to the humanness of you. You are just aligned with spirit. And when you're aligned with spirit in that way, Scorpio, then you're able to just channel the music. You're able to channel the rap. You're able to channel the writing. If you're a writer, you're able to just channel this message through. And as you sharpen that tool by emptying and getting more empty and more empty and more empty, and spending time with a mirror, looking into yourself, spending time with meditation, spending time getting to stillness and allowing your roots to truly anchor and go beneath the earth and attach where they're meant to, this good fortune will come into you. Spring in the soul heralds a time of birth. So this will be happening in the springtime. So yep, I'm still feeling for February. You guys are going to be in this Yggdrasil tree. Odin's Gacha, the god of gods. New ideas, new inspirations, new energy to take action, new life, new connections, and new gifts abound. New life and good fortune are headed your way. New life and good fortune are headed your way. Ooh, I just got a chill down my left side. But you have to forgive this person. You have to forgive Adonis. Whoever this is, if this is a woman or a man, doesn't matter if you're a guy or girl. Whoever this is in your life, you've got to forgive them, because they may not be, Adonis may not be your Tamino. May not be your Tamino. You know, Tamino and Pamina over here, this might be the relationship that you're moving into. And right now you guys are both going through your trials and tribulations. And perhaps this whole thing of Adonis, this past relationship, even though we did have a divine union come out here, which I think is crazy, because in Virgo's reading, we had the Queen and King of Cups show out, but the Queen was in reverse. So it also could be mirroring of each other, that your perception is that they're reversed, but it's just a state of perception. And once deep forgiveness is found on a cellular level, once the forgiveness is really provided here, then perhaps the union will be brought in. But perhaps it will be someone new, because it does say new connections, but that could also be new work connections. I'm feeling a big call, like some of you guys might be moving. All right, Scorpio, let's see what the legacy, I kept calling it the Gateway to the Divine, or the Gilded, which is another deck by the same Ciro Mata, I don't know, I can't pronounce his name. Sorry, I'm butchering all the names right now. All right, Scorpio, ooh, we have the Star and the Ace of Swords, ominous. So someone's not communicating. I feel like the Ace of Swords in reverse is manifesting internally. It's like a lot of internal dialogue is happening here. Four of Pentacles in reverse. So someone who was being greedy previously is not going to be greedy anymore. Previous greed. Someone who is holding back will not be holding back. But with that Ace of Swords in reverse, I don't know. That with the Star card. Okay, Five of Pentacles right now. Okay, so yeah, Scorpio, you are definitely feeling this emptiness. For whatever Scorpio I'm talking to. You're feeling a state of lack, not enough, feeling like you're giving and not receiving, feeling abandonment, betrayal, all of the triggers, the sun is shining down on her. And we have 5 daisies, but she can't see them. She's still being a beggar here. A beggar with her empty, measly cup. So Scorpio, it's going to be important for you to feel good about yourself. Put on some makeup, put on some music, or if not makeup, then your clothes. Clothes are an alchemy, a magic within themselves. So change up your style, get rid of stuff in your closet, buy some new things. We have the Hermit crossing you. Yep, that's what I was feeling with the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, the Hermit with the Eight of Swords in reverse, you are not communicating. You are being like hella quiet right now. Eight of Swords in reverse is like stagnation. Like not Eight of Swords or Eight of Wands. I said Eight of Swords. That flipped though. Knight of Cups as your your crowning you. So, and that's in reverse. So you're not offering shit to shit, because Ten of Wands is your past. You're like, okay, I just came out of this burden. I am feeling not too great right now, so I am going within. Which the Hermit, if there's a card, you guys, in the whole tarot that went with the runes, with this rune of the blank rune of nothingness, it would literally be the Hermit card. Like, it would literally be like, this is what's crossing you. This is your quest right now. Spirit is your quest right now. Stillness, emptiness. Being alone is your path right now. Even though no man is an island, it is simply not your time to be out yet, because you're about to be. You're about to be so out there, like you're gonna have so much in your basket, you're not even gonna know what to do with it. You're not even gonna know what to do with it. Look, we have a bird in the background here. So a messenger is coming, but they're in the distance. They're in the far off distance. And I'm seeing this as like an ocean. So you could be going near water, especially with the ocean here. Water might be very fruitful for you guys. Going near the water. Man, with that Knight of Cups in reverse though, you're feeling salty about this. Like, if you're not, like, if people are offering you love offers, or people are offering to like take you out, you're not about it right now. You're just like not about it. And you're either ignoring them, leaving their ass on red with the Eight of Wands in reverse. Subconsciously you feel really stuck. You're feeling really stuck. You feel passionately stuck here. You feel like your passions are being suppressed and withheld right now. You're feeling like you can't express and you can't portray all the love inside you. You want to give, but you're feeling really stuck because the Ten of Wands is your past energy. You carried so much burden. This last relationship, this last chapter of your life was such a burden. It did a number on you that you reached. I'm glad you're at the 10 though, because after the 10 is that new beginning. We have Knight of Wands in reverse as your future energy. So you're refusing anything that just wants a good time, not a steady time, because you want a steady time. You do not want just passionate, quick hookups anymore. You don't want fleeting connections. You want a family. You want stability. You want someone who's going to go through the trials and tribulations of life with you and play that magic flute and be at your side. You want someone for the long haul. You don't want Adonis, who's always going to choose hunting over you, because you're just going to spell his ass and be like, all right, okay, honey, you don't want me and you don't want this love. I'm going to magically stick a boar on your ass and you're going to be killed. Not literally, but I mean, just saying. The power of the feminine. Don't fuck with that. But we have two knights here, like two knight energies, which are of action, both in reverse with the Eight of Wands. We have all of the action cards in reverse mode. Then we have the Two of Wands in reverse as your energy on your path. So again, feeling stuck. Oh my gosh, Scorpio. Two of Wands in reverse. You are not giving anyone the time of day. You're literally saying like, I want them. And your environment is the King of Swords in reverse. Who we have the King of Arrows right here. Oh my gosh, literally same card came out. Out of 2 decks of 78 cards, what are the odds that that happens in the one position? Of all the positions, of the position of the person you're dealing with, you're definitely dealing with an air sign or someone with air placements. They're out hunting. They are out hunting. They don't care right now, which is why you're not doing anything, because you're like patiently waiting. Queen of Wands in reverse is hopes, dreams, and fears, so definitely not happy about this. Pissed. She's angry. She's angry as fuck, especially in reverse. Like, she's angry. Ooh, I like this though. Your outcome is the Fool and Eight of Cups. You're going, bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Adios. Okay, I'm really feeling for a lot of you, your Tamino, if you're a girl, is not going to be this King of Swords. And for guys, your Pamina is not going to be your past person. I'm just feeling that for a lot of you, it's going to be a new relationship. But it might be saying goodbye to these cycles, because in this Eight of Cups, we see the depths that this octopus has gone. He's gone to the deepest depths of the ocean floor. He's gone to the barren ocean floor where nothing else can survive. He's transformed from an octopus back into a human. He's taken all of the knowledge of the natural world, all of the knowledge of spirit, all of the knowledge of the great ocean depths, the swell, the well. He's gone to the pits of these places and he's worked on himself. So he's not going to offer anything charming. And he's definitely not going to offer any passion. Like if in the past you were like going back to your ex and like doing that thing where you like kind of hook up and you're like, maybe we'll get back together. Maybe we'll get back together. You're saying no to that. You're putting an end to that. You are making a passionate decision. Two of Wands in reverse, Eight of Wands in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse. You are not doing that shit anymore. You are no longer going to let people use you. You're not going to let anyone use you. You are not. Your energy is for yourself, the Hermit. And what you're doing is you're manifesting the Fool, this new beginning. In the Eight of Cups, you are moving on. You're letting go. As hard as it is, after the Eight of Cups is the 9. It's all the pleasures of life. It's enjoying everything. After this is the good fortune granted. This is equivalent to the 9 of Cups, this Kuan Yin card. And Kuan Yin is protecting you. Spirit is protecting you. We have Pamina and Tamino, this love, this sweet, innocent love. This is the Fool. The Fool card came out twice. The King of Swords came out twice in reverse. You guys, Spirit does not lie. When Spirit has a clear message, clear message, then Spirit delivers clarity. We had 2 cards come out in similar positions twice. So you have a new beginning here, a brand new beginning, and it's going to be with a new person. I'm really feeling, if you allow it to be. The only way it's going to be with this old person is if they do like some crazy hat trick. I mean, like crazy hat trick. Like they're going to have to change, but you aren't responsible for that. You're responsible for your journey, and your responsibility is allowing yourself to go to the depths of the ocean, to go by moonlight through the night, to do this work, to let yourself sit in. And in the springtime, allow this new beginning. Allow yourself to feel the sunshine. Play your instrument with animals, nature. Woo! Let's see what the horses want to say for you guys, Scorpio. This is an intense reading. Virgo's kind of was too. Now that I'm using the Lover's path, we have innocence. Came up 3 times here. The Fool, innocence, innocence. Scorpio. Not all innocence is lost, okay? Right now you crave to be innocent or naive about certain areas of your life. Like this King of Swords over here. Naive much? He's in reverse twice. How many times? How many decks? Do I need to pull out all my other decks to show you that this guy is busy hunting? Let the boar kill him, okay? Let the boar kill him. Let that die. Because you have a Tamino, you have someone who actually is worthy of you right here, as I'm looking for the card I'm holding. Examine what these areas are. Go within. The rune of emptiness, the blank rune, the rune of nothingness. Go within. You are being challenged, Scorpio, to further delve into what that innocence may bring you at this time in your journey. Innocence can be a gift to your soul. It can also be a gift to others who are interacting with you. When you're walking in a state of pure innocence, there is hope and trust. Your curiosity abounds. You venture forth and you allow yourself to go into new places without fear. New places, like new connections, new energy, new inspirations, new energy to take action, because you're not taking action on this person or this energy of person anymore. You will no longer go with the mysterious, handsome, hubba, hubba, hubba. Let's just, have a Knight of Wands, passionate time, Knight of Cups. I'll charm your pants off, but the knights don't stay. The only knight that stays is the Knight of Pentacles, and he's slow and he's not around. There's, really no pentacles here. This whole reading is really about passion. This is definitely a love reading, and I try and do these readings to be more like fluid energy, to be like job related or whatnot. But if this is job related, you are no longer passionate about this past job. You're done with it, and something needs to change. Something needs to drastically change, and you cannot just think your way out of this. You can't mentalize your way out of this with the King of Arrows. You can't just go, all right, if I follow X, Y, and Z, you can't do that. You have to follow creativity. You're being called to play a musical instrument here. You're being called to have innocence. You're being called to listen to your intuition, to get yourself out of this time. And you're being called to have faith. Such faith in the divine and what is unfolding in your life, Scorpio. There are no thoughts holding judgment, only trust, learning, and openness. That's why you need that deep forgiveness, Scorpio. Forgiving yourself first. This space of forgiveness is going to allow you the freedom to truly connect with the innocence of your pure heart again. And as you connect with the innocence of your pure heart again, Scorpio, as you reconnect to who you truly are, the nature of your inner child. Remember, you spent however many years of your life living without this person, without this type of person. Think back to the days when you had so much joy, you had so much bliss as a child. Think back to the days before heartbreak of love. Think back to the days when you just loved dancing, when you just loved singing, when you loved listening to instruments, when you first listened to a song and you broke it down to all of the different instruments and things playing in it, and you tapped along in the car or on your school desk. Think about the Walkman, the songs that you listened to on the playground at recess. Think about who you used to be, because that's who you still are. Not all innocence is lost, Scorpio. That innocence is still within you. The divine is coming in to grant you this North Star. It's coming in to grant you this, but it can only, good fortune granted, Scorpio, if you allow yourself to fully, deeply forgive yourself for holding on to this, for holding on to these connections, which only triggered abandonment, betrayal, abuse, which only triggered things within you, where now you're unlearning these things. You're taking on the Fool's energy. The Fool is the king's right-hand man. The Fool has more power than the king, and that's the joke of the Fool, is that the Fool's innocence and purity and playfulness is actually what wins him the kingdom. Vulnerability allows new experiences, Scorpio, and risks are taken without realizing what risk is even about. Examine or find your innocence at this time. Treasure it and allow your innocence to show you the way. Whew. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to pull angels and ancestors for you. So what angel and ancestors for my Scorpio right now? Who's with Scorpio right now? Who's with Scorpio through this great transition into innocence? Who is with Scorpio right now? Scorpio, this is one heck of a transformation. Ooh, we had 3 cards come out. Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information. So definitely a time of going within. This is with the 8 of Cups. Allow your grief to come out. You can't hide it. Scorpio, you're a deeply feeling being. Don't try and mask your anger. Osho dynamic meditation is incredibly powerful. Become as visceral, animalistic, raw, carnal. Just get as crazy and dirty as you can during Osho dynamic, Scorpio. And let yourself then fly up to the light. You have to dig those pieces out of you. You have to get to what the hooks that are hooked into. You have to unhook them by expressing them. And when you express them, he has a cup here, so you guys might be drinking juices or taking medicine or vitamins. There might be like a healthy drink or like drinking tea and spending time every day like in meditation or journaling with tea. There's a lot of green here, which is all about abundance. Again, I said malachite. Whoop. Malachite might be a great stone for you guys during this time. We have the stag, trust and thrive. Again, 2 greens here, the stag. The stag is a very sexual energy. It's very potent. The stag has his horns. As I clonk myself. Be the stag, okay? Hold your ground here. Trust that the divine is protecting you. Trust that you have the nature of the forest. Spend some time with deer. Deer medicine is going to be so powerful for you. Know that those antlers are strong. Allow yourself to trust this journey. And then we have the shield maiden. Make plans and focus, Scorpio. So plan your meditation time. Don't let distractions come in. People, you might have knights come in. You might have a Knight of Cups come in. You might have a Knight of Wands come in. But allow yourself to discern who's a knight and who's a king. Allow yourself to discern, shouldn't say that. Allow yourself to discern who's the king of arrows and who's going to be Tamino. Who do you want? Do you want Adonis, who just wants to hunt and is oblivious to love and doesn't care about love and just wants to hunt at all costs until it kills him? I don't think so. Or do you want Tamino, who says, you know what? I fell in love with Pamina the moment I saw her. He didn't have to go and be like, maybe I want Pamina. Think about it, you guys. Just think about relationships this way. If you're going in a circle in a loop with someone and it didn't work before, why do you think it's going to work for good in the future? Why are you subjecting yourself to that? Because abandonment, fear of missing out, whatever it is, like betrayal, shame, just attachment. Really, a lot of it's attachment. But whenever you know your worth, when you really know your worth, then you will only want someone who, when they first saw you, when they knew from the beginning. I've been a wedding photographer, you guys, for 12 years now. And I've seen literally half of the couples whose weddings I photographed end in divorce. And the difference in retrospect and looking back and seeing the couples who actually stay married and those who don't, their love is steadfast. It's not some like passionate, quick, hot thing. Yes, I mean, they probably have still passionate moments, but their love is steadfast. They went through trials and tribulations. They've learned about themselves to such a degree that they understand that love is a choice. And to keep staying in love is a choice. You must keep choosing love every single day. And Adonis is not going to choose love. He's going to choose hunting. Do you really want someone who just gives you fleeting passion from time to time, Scorpio? Do you really want someone that is just going to give you a good night and then, 3 years later, you're still hoping for that relationship? No, you want someone that from the first day they see your worth because you see your worth. And so Scorpio, you're being called with this 8 of Cups to say goodbye, and it's going to hurt, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But you're being called to pause everything. 8 of Wands in reverse, 2 of Wands in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse. Shield maiden, shield yourself from these energies, from these mystery men who are just trying to hook up with you and get in your pants. Or these women who just want the D. Don't do it. Don't do it, because Your Tamino and Pamina relationship is out there, and it's going to come from a space of purity and innocence. They are the young lovers who actually prevail. They're the lovers who change the kingdom. They change everything, and he doesn't fight. He doesn't fight. He plays music, and his music calms the kingdom. It makes the guards dance. His music is what heals here. All right, Scorpio, I love you guys, and I'll see you shortly for your February readings.